Good morning everyone. Myself B. Manorama Devi, MSc Nursing second year student, College of Nursing Berhampur, as my specialty is community health nursing. Today I am going to discuss about biomedical waste management. In this topic, we will discuss the meaning of biomedical waste management, definition of biomedical waste management, the sources of biomedical waste management, classification of biomedical waste management, need for the biomedical waste management, principle of biomedical waste management, their segregation process, and what are the steps of biomedical waste management, and what are the roles of the nurse during the biomedical waste management. So first we will discuss the meaning of biomedical waste. Biomedical means relating to both biology and medicine. In waste is the substance or product discarded as no longer useful. Then management. It means the process of dealing with the things. So now we will see the definition of biomedical waste management. According to World Health Organization, biomedical waste is the waste generated during diagnosis, treatment, testing, research or production of biological products for human or animals. Diagnosis means to identification of nature of illness. Then testing. It means testing means the identification of disease. We doing the some testing in the hospital like blood test, sputum test, urine test, etc. Then treatment. Treatment means a medical care given to the patient like injections, medicine and IV infusion, etc. Then research. Research means finding something new, and at last biological products produced to biotechnology for the human or animals. In that waste, next we will see the sources of biomedical waste management. There are mainly three sources. That is, first one is the sanitation worker, second one is the medical and paramedical staff, and third one is the patient. So we will see one by one. First one is the sanitation worker. By sanitation worker, they collected the solid and liquid waste so that they have to more chances to spreading the infection. So we have to discard the solid and liquid waste in proper manner. The second one is the medical and paramedical staff. They all are the health workers, provides clinical services to the patients like IV infusions, medicines, injection, blood transfusion or any other surgery, so that they all are also having the more chances to spreading the infection. So we have to discard the waste in proper manner through the proper segregation process as much as possible. Third one is the patient. Patient is the person who receives the medical treatment. The patient having more chances to spreading the infection. So we have to know that we have to discard the all waste in proper manners. So we will decrease the level of infection in proper manner. These are the three main sources of medical waste. Now we will see the classification of biomedical waste management. It divided into 5 types. First one is the infectious waste, second one is the pathological waste, third one is the pharmaceutical waste, fourth one is the chemical waste, and fifth one is the radioactive waste. Now we will discuss one by one in details. First one is the infectious waste. Infectious suspect to contains pathogens like bacteria, viruses, parasites or fungi in sufficient quantity to cause disease in susceptible waste. Infectious waste like blood, body parts, medical supplies, as well as the reputed parts, they all are the suspected to pathogens like viruses, bacteria, fungi and parasites, and these are the sufficient quantity to cause the disease in susceptible test. And next one is the pathological waste. Patho means related to pathology. It consists of tissue organs, body parts, human fetuses and blood and body fluids, as well as human fetuses. It means human fetuses means unborn human more than 8 weeks after conception. So that we have to know that in pathological waste also more chances to spreading the infection. So we have to discard the pathological waste as much as possible. And third one is the pharmaceutical waste. This is related to medicine. It includes the all expired drugs, unused split drugs, vaccine, serum means serum. So we have to discard all pharmaceutical waste in proper segregation process. Then fourth one is the chemical waste. It consists of solid, liquid and gas chemicals. It is dangerous for the patient, so we have to discard as much as possible to the chemical waste. Next, fifth one is the radioactive waste. It includes the X-ray and the other radioactive waste. So we already see the 5 types of classification of biomedical waste management. Next we will discuss the need for biomedical waste management. Why biomedical waste management is needed? First one is to prevent the nosocomial infection. Nosocomial infection means it originated from the hospital. So we have to prevent the hospital site infection. Then to minimize the risks of air, water and soil pollution, and also control misutilization of the leftover drugs, that is expired drugs. Next is the risks of infection outside the hospital for waste handlers and other people. So if we properly discarded the waste, so it will decrease the risk of infection for the waste handler as well as the other people. These are the needs for the biomedical waste management. Now we will see the principle of biomedical waste management. First one is the waste minimization and recycling. It minimizes the waste and recycling. It means consent into the reusable materials. Then waste segregation of the sources. It will have the proper segregation and sources in the given color coded bin. Then to identify the points of waste generation. In that way, identify the waste generation, how we categorization of the waste, then waste collection and waste transportation. Which method we have to use for the collection and how we transport the waste in proper manner. After that we know the proper or final disposal method or waste material, and it will help for the occupational safety. These are the principles of biomedical waste management. Now we will see the segregation of biomedical waste in color coded bin. There are mainly 5 color coded bin, that is yellow bin, red bin, black bin, blue bin and white or puncture-proof container. Then we will discuss one by one. First one is the yellow. It will include all infectious waste like bandage, soiled cotton or body parts or placenta, etc. So we have to use the treatment methods like incineration and deep burial. The next one is the red bin. It includes all infected dressings, all infected plastic waste like tubing, syringe, saline pipe, catheters, IV bottles and gloves, then urine bag. So we have to use the treatment methods and disinfected and disinfection and autoclaves and send for the recycling, and also we have to convert into the reusable materials. Then comes to the black bin. Black bin, it includes all general waste like papers, all non-infectious and non-hazardous waste like kitchen waste, food, wrappers and newspaper. Then comes to the blue bin. All types of glass bottles, broken glasses, vials, ampoules and outdated and discarded medicine are discarded in blue bin. Then the next color coded is white container or white puncture-proof container. It includes all sharp instruments like needles, scalpel, blades, lancet. The treatment is autoclaving and dry sterilization followed by shredding or mutilation or encapsulation. Next we will see the steps in biomedical waste management. First one is the survey or generated waste. Then segregation and categorization. Then storage of waste, then transportation of waste and treatment of waste. We will discuss one by one. First one is the survey of generated waste. In that, first we have to survey the hospital that the waste should be generated like ward, storeroom, pathology and injections room. Then second one is the segregation and categorization. After that we have to see the segregation and categorization, the waste, whether it should be infected or pharmaceutical or pathological waste. After that we have to segregate and collect the waste, whether it should be infected or pharmaceutical, pathological or chemical. or radioactive. After that we have to storage of the waste in the given color coded bin. There are 5 color coded bin, that is yellow, red, blue, black and white. After that we have to discard all the waste, so we have to manage the transportation for the discard the waste, and after the transportation of the waste we have to plan the treatment of the waste, like whether it should be reusable or not. So we have to using methods like incineration, deep burial, disinfection, autoclaving, sterilization, dry heat, whether it is disposable in a municipal dump. So we have to give the proper treatment of the waste disposal. So these are the steps for the biomedical waste management. Now we will see the roles of nurse in biomedical waste management. In that, first role of nurse is to regular visit to the all wards. The nurse have to regular visit to the all wards for the management of the biomedical waste. After that, ensure that the sample and the collected disposed safely. Then the nurse have to note down the sample are collected in the laboratory disposed in proper manner or not. The nurse have to monitor the staffs whether they are doing the safe dispose or safe dispose of waste color coded bin, and after that following the all universal precaution. Because all health workers have to following the universal precautions like proper hand washing, wearing gloves, masks, gown, eye protection. So it will help to decrease the risk of infection. So these are the roles of nurse during the biomedical waste management. These all are about the biomedical waste management. In that we will see the meaning of biomedical waste management, their definition, their sources, their classification, their needs for the biomedical waste management, their principles, their steps, and what are the roles of the nurse during the biomedical waste management.
Waste to be disposed into the yellow bag or placenta, bloodstained cotton, gauze and pads, diapers, protective wear including cap, mask, gown, apron and the blood-stained gloves, outdated medicines and cytotoxic drugs, the guide wire and the suture material. The blood bag should be discarded into the yellow bag. And the blood set to be discarded into the red bag. This IV set, Ryle's tube, suction tubes, ET tube, all drain tubings, Eurobag, suction tubings, red rubber catheter, Foley's catheter, triple lumen catheter, cardiac catheter, syringes, sample collecting tubes, indwelling venflons, needle caps and adapters, clamps and venflon cocks, Romovac drain bottles, and the plastic bottles used clinically in the wards. Kitchen waste, teacups and tumblers, syringe covers, wrappers, covers of bled bag, suture material, blades, and the paper waste. Cardboard boxes, juice bottles, glass IV bottles, medicine bottles, penicillin bottles, and used wire. The waste shops to be disposed into the puncture proof box or needle, venflon stillets, used surgical blades, used shaving blades, suture needles, broken ampules, used glass slides, and the cover slips. By the needle destroyer and to be disposed into the puncture proof box. The hub of the syringe to be cut to prevent reuse and then to be disposed into the red bag.
That's all. Thank you so much for listening my audiovisual aids. I hope this session will help you for improving your skill on biomedical waste management during hospital practices. Thank you so much.